Hi everyone, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy Kun, AK1028. Looks like I'm not doing my Spyro video game reviews. In retrospect, it would have been only 3 to 4 videos anyway, so it kind of saved me some time. And now I can jump right into one of the best topics that I love to talk about, and that is Pokemon. Now, I didn't really play the original games, Red, Blue, Crystal. The first game I actually got for the handheld version was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And I have to admit, it was awesome. Because I started out with Torchic and Mudkip, and I gotta say, wow. But anyways, with that aside, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, coming out in November is like a dream come true for me. Because I get to go back to Hoenn, the place that really started it all from me playing Pokemon games on a handheld device, if you want to say that. So I'm really excited about November coming up and actually going back into Hoenn. The only problem is I don't know what starter I want to go with this time. If I want to try Trico, or if I should go with Mudkip, or go with Torchic. The good news is I have 2 games to get, but 3 starters. It's going to be a hard one. But I'm definitely going to get Mudkip for one of them. I just don't know if I want to get Torchic or Sceptile for the other. Now, aside from all that, as for the team itself that I want to make, if it's going to be like Generation 3 Pokemon, like if it's going to be all the way up to like Jirachi and Deoxys, or I don't know what they're going to do for this remake. If they're going to just have all the generation up to 3, or if they're going to have all the generations up to 6. But if they have like up to generation 3, I'm going to have mostly Hoenn Pokemon, because the Hoenn Pokemon were really good and they were really awesome. I liked them. So we'll have to wait and see. As for the Mega Evolutions, like I said before, I'm neutral to that. I'm not really all that excited about the Mega Evolutions, nor am I excited about the De-Evolutions, or the Primal Forms, as they call them. I mean, granted, they look awesome. They look awesome on the box art, no doubt about that. But why De-Evolution? Doesn't make sense to me. Why are we going to this now? Why are we doing this? I mean, it doesn't make sense. But anyways, that's my question mostly. Like, what is like this Generation 3 reboot going to consist of? Like, what's this main focus this time? Are we gonna focus on Team Aqua and Team Magma trying to take over the world again? Obviously, from the previews. But what else is it going to be focusing on? Like, are we going to be focusing on more Mega Evolutions and this De-Evolution that they're now talking about? What are we going to be doing here? Like, I'm interested in the storyline itself, like what it's going to be all about. And in all honesty, and I read this last night, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were actually the first 3 games that you actually had a dad who was a gym leader. Yeah, kind of sad when you think about it, because none of the other games had a dad. Kinda makes you think. Which also brings me around to, like, the anime itself. With Ash's dad, Now, I know, thanks to a friend of mine, that there was actually a war in Kanto that took most of the men overseas. So, did Ash's father die in that? And that's why there's not that many males in Kanto? Yeah, I don't know. Those are theories for another time. Right now, though, we're focusing on Hoenn and the upcoming Ruby and Sapphire remakes. What I'm looking forward to, most of all, is seeing if there's going to be an expansion on the Mega Evolutions, besides Sceptile, Swampert, and Sableye, and Deoncé, which have already been confirmed. We already know about the Mega Latios and the Mega Latias, but that's only through events. And I haven't been all that crazy about getting those because Latios and Latias, even though they're powerful, to me, they don't seem like to be good enough to be on a team, per se. Especially when you're not trying to overpower your opponent. But why does Legendary have a Mega Evolution in the first place? I mean, Mewtwo has one, and he was already badass without one. Sorry, took me a while to catch Mewtwo in was it Heart Gold and Soul Silver? I can't remember. But in either event, you get my point. I mean, I tossed only 3 balls on Mewtwo and Pokemon X to capture it. It didn't seem like it gave up much of a fight to me. So I'm like, why am I doing this again? Mewtwo, you're not giving me a fight. I want a challenge. I want to... Okay, maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. I'm glad I got Mewtwo that way, but still, I wanted to struggle a little bit. Hit the reset button a few times and then try to capture it again, but seriously, it seemed too easy to catch. That's my opinion. But as for the Hoenn Pokemon and this Ruby Sapphire remakes, looks awesome. Everything looks great. The 3D, the graphics, all amazing. The gameplay looks fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this in November. Although there are, like I said before, there are a few questions of what we're going to be doing in Hoenn and such. And it also brings up another question that's going to go towards the anime. Will May return? Think about it. I mean, she did return in Sinnoh for the Waltz Cup. Now, if they're doing a Hoenn remake, does this mean that May is going to be coming back to the anime? Or does this mean that Ash is going to go back to Hoenn? It's a question. I mean, but if Ash is going to go back to Hoenn, shouldn't he stop and see Misty at Cerulean City Gym first? Whole bunch of questions, whole bunch of stuff we can talk about, but we'll talk about them more in the next video. So next time, guys, I'll be talking more about Pokemon and these Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Till then, I'm Amy Kuhn, aka Kid1028, and I'm signing off from Kids Network Studios. Enjoy your Saturday, guys, because I know I will. It's Toonami night! Yay! Okay, I'll stop. Ciao, guys.